My name's Adam. I'm 32 years old now. Everyone always asks the bride, "How was your first night?" But nobody ever asks the groom. People think men are born ready, born confident, born knowing exactly what to do. They're wrong. I want to tell you about my first night as a husband, the night I was so terrified I could barely breathe. This is the story nobody tells, but it's the truth. The wedding day was chaos. Hundreds of people, lights, cameras, everyone smiling at me, shaking my hand. "Congratulations, Adam! You're a lucky man. Enjoy tonight." And they'd wink. That wink, like they knew some secret I was supposed to know too. I smiled back. I nodded. I played the part. But inside, I was drowning. My best friend pulled me aside during the reception. He slapped my shoulder hard and said, "Tonight's the night, brother. Don't mess it up. You know what to do, right?" I laughed. I said, "Of course." But I didn't know. I didn't know anything. I looked across the room at Lena, my wife. That word felt so strange in my mouth. Wife. She was sitting with her friends. They were all giggling, whispering, and I thought, they're probably telling her what to expect, preparing her. But who was preparing me? My father never talked to me about this. My friends made jokes, crude jokes, funny but not helpful. I felt like I was about to take an exam I never studied for. After the reception ended, we got in the car, just the two of us. The driver started the engine. I could hear my heartbeat over the sound of the engine. Boom, boom, boom. Lena sat next to me. She was looking out the window. Her hands were folded in her lap. I could see them shaking slightly. She's nervous, I thought. Of course she's nervous. And then a terrible thought hit me. She's nervous because of me. What if I hurt her? What if I'm too rough and I don't realize it? What if she's in pain and she's too scared to tell me? What if I do everything wrong and she hates me forever? I wanted to say something, anything, but my throat was so dry. I tried to swallow. I couldn't. I looked down at my hands, big hands, strong hands, hands that could break things. I curled them into fists and pressed them against my knees. I had spent the last month working out, trying to look good for her, trying to be strong, trying to be the man everyone expected. But sitting in that car, I didn't feel strong. I felt like a boy pretending to be a man. We arrived at our new home, the house my parents gave us as a wedding gift. I opened the car door for her. She stepped out. Our eyes met for just a second. She looked scared, and I thought, God, please don't let me be the reason she's scared. We walked inside. The house was quiet, too quiet. Someone had decorated the bedroom. There were candles everywhere, rose petals on the bed. The smell of jasmine filled the air. It was supposed to be romantic, but to me, it felt like a stage, like I was expected to perform. Lena stood in the middle of the room. She didn't sit down. She just stood there, her arms wrapped around herself. I closed the door. Click. That sound, that tiny sound of the door latch, it felt so final. Now it was just us. No parents, no friends, no distractions. Just me and this woman I barely knew. This woman I promised to love forever. I could hear her breathing, fast, shallow. My own chest felt tight. I loosened my tie. My fingers fumbled with the knot. I couldn't get it undone. Come on, Adam, get it together. Finally, I pulled it off. I threw it on a chair. I turned to look at her. She wasn't looking at me. Her eyes were fixed on the floor. And then I saw it. a single tear rolling down her cheek. My heart broke. "Lena," I said softly. She didn't look up. I took a step toward her. She flinched. She flinched. That small movement, it hit me like a punch to the chest. She's afraid of me. I stopped walking. I stood there, frozen. All the stupid advice from my friends echoed in my head. Be confident. Take charge. Show her you're a man. But looking at her standing there, trembling, I realized something. Being a man doesn't mean being fearless. It means doing the right thing even when you're terrified. I sat down, not on the bed, on the floor. I sat on the floor in my wedding suit, and I looked up at her. "Lena," I said again, "I need to tell you something." She looked at me, surprised, confused. "I'm scared," I said. The words came out shaky, broken. "I'm so scared. I don't know what I'm doing. Everyone thinks I do, but I don't." Her eyes went wide. "I'm scared I'll hurt you. I'm scared you'll hate me. I'm scared I'll mess this up and you'll regret marrying me." My voice cracked. I felt my eyes burning. "Don't cry, Adam, don't cry." But I couldn't help it. A tear slipped down my face. I just want you to be okay. I want you to feel safe, and I don't know how to make that happen." There was silence. Then, slowly, Lena walked over to me. She sat down on the floor next to me, and she did something I didn't expect. She took my hand. Her hand was small and cold, but her grip was firm. "You're scared too?" she whispered. I nodded. I couldn't speak. "I thought only I was scared," she said. "I thought you knew everything." I laughed. It was a wet, broken laugh. "I don't know anything," I admitted. She smiled, a small, sad smile. "Me neither." We sat there on the floor for a long time, just holding hands. Then I remembered something. "Wait here," I said. I got up and went to the kitchen. I came back with 2 glasses of water and a plate of cookies, the cookies my mother had made for us. I figured we should probably eat something. I haven't eaten all day. Have you? She shook her head. We sat on the floor in our wedding clothes, eating cookies and drinking water. It wasn't what anyone expected. It wasn't what the movies show. But it was real. We started talking, really talking. She told me about her fear, about the stories her friends told her, about how she'd been having nightmares for weeks. I told her about the pressure, about feeling like I had to be someone I wasn't, about being terrified of becoming a monster. "You're not a monster," she said softly. "You're not a burden," I replied. We talked for 2 hours, maybe 3. At some point, she leaned her head on my shoulder. I froze, but then I relaxed. I put my arm around her. It felt natural, right. "Adam," she whispered, "can I ask you something?" "Anything." "Can we just sleep tonight? Just sleep, next to each other. Is that okay?" I felt a wave of relief so strong I almost laughed. "Yes," I said. "Yes, that's more than okay." We helped each other up. We changed into comfortable clothes, separately, respectfully. We lay down on the bed, side by side. The candles had burned out. The rose petals had fallen to the floor. It wasn't picture perfect, but it was perfect for us. That night, I didn't become a husband in the way people expected, but I became something more important. I became her safe place, and she became mine. We didn't rush. We didn't force anything. We gave ourselves permission to be afraid together. Over the next weeks and months, we learned each other, slowly, gently, with patience and laughter and a lot of awkward moments. But it was built on something real, trust. Now, 10 years later, Lena is my best friend, the mother of my children, the person who knows me better than anyone. And when I think back to that first night, I don't regret a single moment. I want every man listening to this to know you don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to be fearless. You don't have to pretend. Your fear doesn't make you weak. What you do with that fear is what matters. Choose gentleness. Choose honesty. Choose her peace over your pride. And to every woman, if your partner is vulnerable with you, hold that vulnerability sacred, because it takes courage for anyone to admit they're scared. True strength isn't in taking, it's in restraint. True love doesn't start with passion, it starts with two people brave enough to be honest. It's okay to not know. It's okay to just be human. My name is Adam, and this was my first night. Thank you for listening to this story. If you liked it, please like the video, share it, and subscribe to the Story Reading in English channel. Your support helps more stories reach people like you. With every story, our English gets better, and our hearts get stronger.